can confirm that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead following Israeli strikes against his compound and location earlier today.
So it's officially done. Didn't think that they were going to get to him this quickly after seeing several posts saying that he was alive last night. But now it's cited that he was killed along with a few others in his regime. It was I believe about 10 senior leaders that were killed along with him. So, hey.
Ordinary 3-minute conversation, Yasmin. Let me read you the key takeaways. I asked President Trump if he had confirmation that Ayatollah Khamenei has in fact been killed. He said to me, I've spoken to a lot of people. We feel that is a correct story. Again, when I asked him about the reports that the supreme leader has in fact been killed, President Trump saying, we feel that is a correct story. He went on to say, quote, a large number of their leaders have also been killed. And that was significant. The fact that he said this was not just one person, Yasmin, the fact that according to President Trump in this phone call that I have with him, he believes it's a correct story that the supreme leader has been killed, along with, he says, a large amount of leadership. He says there were 3 attacks, and he says that in some of those subsequent attacks, that is what ultimately killed the leadership of Iran. I asked him when he would know that this operation has been a success. He said it is going very well. We're probably, in terms of 0 to 10, we're close to the 10 spot, if not there. It's going very well. Tremendous damage has been inflicted. The leadership is gone. Large portions of the leadership. They don't know how many, he says, but he says that the leadership has largely been wiped out.
And so I just want to say, like, this is good. This is letting us know that we may not have to have boots on the ground. I will remind you, the president had just put out that, you know, like it's a chance that U.S. lives for our military their lives may be in danger, or someone may get killed in combat. But the way that I'm looking at this right now is that the fact that our boots are not on ground. We're hitting them with strikes, along with the Israeli military, and this is just simply trying to take out the head. As President Trump has stated several times, he wants Iran to be great again. So this is what their people, you know, from the protests in California, what I've seen, from the protests in Iran that I have seen, this sounds like what the people want. And they didn't want to adhere. They didn't want to change. Talking about the regime, the supreme leader, they didn't want to change, and you messed around and found out.
As learned from a senior Israeli security official, Israel assesses that more than 40 senior Iranian security and regime figures were killed in strikes during the opening operation that Israel launched this morning with the United States against the Iranian regime. This official goes on to say this is one of the largest regime decapitation operations conducted in modern warfare history, and that Israeli intelligence managed to infiltrate the Iranian security echelon, making the strikes possible, this official
And I like to say shout out to the military. I'm a veteran, so I'm always, you see my gear on right here. So at the end of the day, hey, shout out to the military for executing proficiently. I don't think that we even have to have boots on the ground. I mean, the more and more we hear stories and the more that the news come out, maybe we'll find out more. But from the looks of it, from everything that I've seen thus far, I don't even think we've had boots on the ground. So kudos to the Trump administration. Kudos to our leaders in our military. And I think this was executed very well. Like, you know, I see a lot of people talking about we're going to war. No, we're not going to war. This is not, it's not, at least not yet. This is not set in stone of going to war. This is a mission, a strike, and it's being executed beautifully. Let's keep it going.
If you really did want the Iranian people themselves to rise up in some kind of popular uprising and totally change their form of government, if you wanted the beleaguered and oppressed Iranian people to organize very quickly into a new populist political force to rise up against, among other things, the security services there that have been massacring them by the thousands this month and last. If you wanted that to happen, you probably could have taken some steps to help that happening, to make sure they can organize and can communicate, right? Maybe you would have turned the internet back on. And when you, Donald Trump, in your baseball hat, proclaimed on that weird taped message today that the Iranian police and the security forces and the Revolutionary Guard must surrender, they must lay down their weapons, as Donald Trump said this morning at 2:30.
You see the hypocrisy? That was Maddow. These people cannot just give our president a win whatsoever. What did you want us to do? You wanted us to go in like we did Venezuela? Because y'all seem to have a problem with that as well. Because technically, based off her logic, we left people in place to run that country. You can't make this up. Tomato. You can't have both. It both ways. And that's what I'm seeing from the hypocrisy of left-wing media. It's asinine at this point. Applaud the president, give us a win, but people can't fix their face and fix their way and get out their own way for that. Because we're hearing reports that the Iranian people actually are cheering for this. But I digress. Let's keep it going.
Donald Trump in the USA, biggest threat in the world today. Isreal in the USA, from the belly of the beast.
From what you see with Maddow to what you see them protesting about, like a stark contrast from what the Iranian people, the reports that we're getting from the Iranian people, as well as the Israelis and other across the world. Why we're so fixated on not giving credit where credit is due. This is America. Y'all weren't protesting last week. Y'all was not protesting last week. Matter of fact, I haven't heard about protesting really, other than kids skipping school. We ain't heard about protesting since we didn't hear about protesting with in Mexico. Go protest the cartel. Go to Mexico, protest the cartel. But see, this is what I believe. This is just fake outrage as usual. But then again, like I said, I digress. Now, Mondani, he got something to say, and you can't even get you've had, at least 15 people die during the winter storm. You've got police getting injured because people are throwing ice, snowballs, and things of that nature. You haven't hit on any other promises for New Yorkers. This stage is too big for you, my guy. You need to just stay focused on New York and getting things done for your constituents versus you're out here talking about the world stage as if you know what to do. Specifically, a guy that's never had a real job in his life. But I digress. Let's review what he said.
In an illegal war of aggression, bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war, Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace.
And based off of what he said, it's some people that really don't agree with him and feel like he don't know what the hell he talking about. Let's review.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I live in New York, Mr. Mamdani. You are more than welcome to come to one of my safe house. You're more than welcome to come and see my would-be assassin in the federal court. You didn't even dare to come and face them. Where were you when they sent killers here in New York City? You were crying for your aunt because she stopped using subway for simply in an illusion statement you made saying that she didn't feel safe because of wearing hijab. Really? I stopped using subway because of the would-be assassins being sent to beautiful New York City by the Islamic Republic. I know maybe you and many other people, they hate President Trump, but believe me, this is not the right time to shift your hatred and your anger from President Trump to the people of Iran, innocent people. We are better allies to you, America, compared to these backward mullahs.
As I stated, it's been confirmed that the Iranian supreme leader has been killed along with other top-ranking officials. And understand that we need to understand that this may not be over, but also understand that this is just one step in having peace in the Middle East. You know, I believe that the Iranian people have been waiting on this moment. I think that we will see some changes, and I'm looking, and so I just want to say again, kudos to our military, and we gotta just continue to wait and see on what happens next. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's your boy Mercy. I'm out.